all right. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Tyler Gates, aka TAG Live or Tag Live 205. It doesn't matter. And we are back on Millions.co on a Monday morning here at 9 a.m. You already know what it's going into. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, following, commenting, sharing. If you are new to the channel, if you are new to Millions, follow Millions.co on their website and also on Instagram at Millions.co. That's Millions, D-O-T-C-O, Millions.co. Appreciate them for always letting them use my platform. Much appreciated, much appreciated. And now, like I always say, subscribe, follow, like, do whatever you have to do to keep supporting me, to keep supporting the channel. And we're going to continue to go up from here, guys. We're going to continue to go up to here. I am your host, Tyler A. Gates, and we are going to get down to business now. I will say one thing that I'm very, very, very disappointed about, and I'm going to talk about this. We have a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about Week 7, obviously. Then we're going to get into Game 7, the two greatest words in sports, period. Then we're going to talk about, obviously, the Millions.co / DirecTV fight, Danny Garcia versus, Do I even want to say his name? Danny Gonzalez. I mean, my goodness. We're going to talk about that. Sharp. We're going to get on that college football stuff. You already know. And then stick around for the end. You don't want to miss out. I have a special announcement. And we're going to get all into that right now. So let's go. Let's spin it out. And let's get live, y'all. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the NFL Week 7. Now, before I get into my Falcons, I want to mention the Giants. You guys disappointed me yesterday. You know, I had you winning against the Broncos. I had you beating Bo Nix. I had you beating Sean Payton. I had you beating all of these entities. But yet you couldn't even do that right. You were up 19-0, as I just found out this today. Mind you, I was watching other games. I was flip-flopping, you know. That was the one game I wasn't paying attention to, right? I was watching Dolphins and Browns. I was watching the Giants and the Broncos. Okay, that ought to tell you right there. But they've been decent this season. They had me thinking they were going to make the playoffs, and then now they're 2-5. I mean, we've seen teams come back from 2-5 records and make the playoffs. I'm not saying that it's entirely not possible, but what I'm saying is that you can't have collapse like this, especially if you want to even become a fringe playoff team. I mean, obviously the Falcons are known for notoriously collapsing or blowing leads, but we're getting past that, right? And speaking of them, we're going to talk about this play calling from Raheem, aka Heem, right? Favorite team, obviously, if you did not know. Please don't kill Bijan. I say it every week. Still kill him. You have Tyler Algier. You have Kyle Pitts. You have Drake London. Yeah? Okay, cool. We understand. Bijan Robinson, to me, is the best player in football. Raheem Morris said it. I'm going to say it too. He is the best player in the NFL right now. You can't get me to switch it. And yes, that's a hot take. Okay? Number 2. When we're talking about the Falcons, when we're talking about what they did last night on Sunday Night Football, back-to-back primetime games, Michael Penix, I mean, obviously, what a brilliant performance. Hadn't thrown an interception in a minute. And my goodness, we're not even going to talk about the fact that the Falcons defense showed up, but then they showed off a little bit as well, too. It's like they showed up and then they showed off. It's like how, like, not showing off in the way of, no. They turned the light off. Like they turned the TV off on their defense because it was ridiculous. You're down. A touchdown. 2 minutes to go. And we can't get the ball back for our team. I'm convinced. If we would have got the ball back under 2 minutes, we would have won the game. We would have scored a touchdown. We would have tied or won it. Either or. It doesn't matter. We were winning that game if we got the ball back. Either way, a small rant about the Falcons. It's tough. It's tough being a Falcons fan sometimes. It's tough. We're going to be okay. We lost to the 49ers. Mac Jones. We lost to Mac Jones. It's fine. Because when we lose, it gives us more ammunition to go win. We shouldn't have lost to the Panthers, but that gives us the ammunition to start winning. So now, let's recuperate. Let's figure out what we have to do because the Panthers are not a better team than us. They're not. Moving on. Talk about this Rashid Rice guy. Yeah, you know, the same guy that was hit with the PEDs and him, right? Because the brother couldn't stay off the weed. Okay. couldn't stay off the weed long enough, and then stay off the good stuff, which resulted in a DUI, and we found out something else about PED. We understand that. But he's a good player. He's a good player. He's back for the Raiders. Tortured the Raiders. I mean, for the Raiders, man, it must sucks to suck. I mean, you have Geno Smith, decent average quarterback, Pro Bowler. You have Ashton Jeter, who took 6 overall. I mean, and we're billing him to be a Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Saquon Barkley type of running back here, guys. I mean, that's what we're billing him as. I mean, when you have comparisons to Adrian Peterson, and when you have comparisons to LT and Earl Campbell, I'm just saying, Raider Nation, help me figure this one out. It's all right though. You got shut out. I feel like the Raiders are still going through a rebuilding phase. They need to draft a quarterback. They should have drafted one last year. They should have drafted Shedeur, honestly. That would have been great. To have Shedeur and Ashton Jeter, that would have been great. But you need to draft a quarterback next year, Raiders. Same with the Dolphins. Because, boy, Quinn Ewers might be the quarterback in the future, might not. Tua, got to be done. Mike McDaniels should have been fired yesterday. If not, he might get fired this morning. But I love Mike McDaniels. I'll take him on the Falcons right now as the office coordinator. So here's my thing with the Dolphins. And then we're talking about the Colts. And then I'm moving on. You cannot have You can't have a wide receiver get traded to your team, then goes on to bash the other quarterback by saying that the quarterback that he has right now is better than the one that won 3 Super Bowls. Then you can't say all of this and then go on the field and not back it up. Tyreek Hill, that was karma, that leg injury. I'm sorry, bro, that it happened to you, but karma's a real thing. Jalen Waddle, he got hurt. I feel like Jalen Waddle, he needs to go. I feel like the Miami Dolphins need to rebuild. Everybody got to go. Everybody got to go. Okay? Bradley Chubb, Phillips even might have to go. You keep Chop Robinson, honestly. You can keep him. Okay? Quarterbacks got to go. Right? You keep Minka Fitzpatrick because he's under contract. Everybody else got to go. Christian Wilkins walk. I guess that was a sign. You saw what he did in the locker room, kissing teammates. But still, guys, at the end of the day, the Colts are the best team in the NFL to me. And the Dolphins can't even get to that. We thought the Dolphins were going to be where the Colts were right now in terms of stability, in terms of dominance with the 2 wide receivers that they have. They can't even do that right. Speaking of the Colts, Anthony Richardson, I think he might have lost his job permanently. Because Daniel Jones and Mac Jones, I mean, we're talking about 2 busts who are reviving their career. Ridiculous. Like, have we ever been in a situation where they pay quarterbacks and the backup quarterback is the one to lead them all the way? We've seen it before, right? I'm just curious. We've seen it before. We've seen it with Nick Foles. I mean, we can go down the list. So the Colts winning that game against the Chargers in a convincing fashion yesterday kind of got me like, yo, Justin Herbert, my man, like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Quentin Johnson, hey man, Keenan Allen, get it together. Amarion Hampton, slight improvement, but still, get it together. Defense, Chargers defense. Get it together, please. You should have brought back Asante Samuel. Just saying. I'm just saying. And speaking of bringing back something, the vibes were absolutely off the charts. If you are a music fan of music in general, and you grew up in our era, 2015, 2016, 2017, maybe even 2018, You remember the song called Back to Back by Drake, don't you? You remember a certain photo being on the screen. I do. Remember a certain photo being on the screen. Toronto Blue Jays player hitting the home run. Drake, can we recreate the photo of Vlad Jr. hitting the home run? Like, can we please do that? We're going back to back. We're going back to that. Like, can we please do that, please? That's all I'm asking. He really just created the back-to-back album cover. Leading y'all to a Game 7, which I feel like the Toronto Blue Jays are going to win Game 7. I don't know why. We're talking about Mariners and Blue Jays. Think about this. These two teams faced off in the wild card series not too long ago, and we saw the Blue Jays collapse against the Mariners. If you're a baseball fan, you know what I'm referring to. It was one of the biggest collapses of the 21st century. I don't think the Blue Jays are going to let the Mariners win this series. Vlad ain't going to let it happen. Your Savage is not going to let it happen. Who's pitching Game 7? I don't know who is pitching Game 7. We're going to figure that out right now. I don't know who is pitching Game 7. Because that determines a lot right now. George Kirby is pitching Game 7 for the Mariners. And Shane Bieber is starting for the Blue Jays. I'm letting you know something right now, Shane Bieber. This is the biggest moment of your career. You couldn't get this moment with Cleveland. Even though you were the best pitcher in my eyes in 2019, 2020. Around there, you were the best pitcher in the MLB. You were 99 overall. You were the best pitcher in the game. MLB to show you were the best pitcher in the game. Real life, you were the best pitcher in the game. They traded you. They exiled you almost. So just to get you off the books. Let's not forget Shane Bieber was the franchise player just for a slight second at the point. So for Shane Bieber, this is the revitalization time for him, right? Let's get Shane Bieber back to Shane Bieber ways, throwing the 99 fastballs, man. You know what I mean? I want to see the Blue Jays pitching staff annihilate the Mariners. And I love both the Mariners. I love the Blue Jays both. I don't know who I really want to win the series, but I really want Toronto to go. Even though the Mariners have never been to the World Series, I want to see the Blue Jays beat the Dodgers in the World Series. That would just make my day. Imagine Vlad Jr. carrying this team. It's not really a good team to the World Series. I mean, they're a good team, but like you get what I mean in terms of the star names. Imagine this team. They don't even have Bo Bichette out there. To the World Series. Can you imagine if Bo Bichette was fully healthy and on point? They probably would have swept all their series. They probably would have swept the Yankees. Not saying that Bo Bichette makes a big difference, but we know what he can do defensively. Therefore, so Mariners, for them, Kirby got to be on one tonight. He has to be. If he's not on one, they're going to lose. He has to at least get strikeouts by the time the 4th or 5th inning comes. If not, he's getting shattered. Point blank, period. Bieber, not really a strikeout machine like that, like he used to be. I want Shane Bieber to solely focus on outside zone. Just hitting the corner. Just hitting it, right? Because you're gonna get them to swing easily if you just pitch the outside corner just a little bit. Because the Mariners are trigger happy. They're a trigger happy team. They're just like the Yankees. They're trigger happy. Whenever they feel like they can pull the trigger for a home run, they're going to do it. They have the MVP of the AL. One of the best young players I think I've seen in the 21st century in Julio Rodriguez, who's going to be a for sure fire Hall of Famer if he wins 1 or 2 World Series. He has a chance to do that right now. He's on that trajectory. So, with all that being said, tonight at 8:08, winner take all Game 7. Don't expect anything less than a slobber knocker. Don't expect anything less than what the words Game 7 stand for. And speaking of slobber knockers, Garcia versus Gonzalez, Millions.co and DirecTV partnered up for this big fight. We already know what it was. DSG Productions, also Swift Productions. They teamed up for this fight, and I enjoyed it dearly. I want to say both of these guys, Garcia and Gonzalez, bravo. Bravo. Yes, it was 4 rounds, but I enjoyed that fight. I enjoyed the main event fight, obviously. G versus G. And then the mid-card matchups leading up to it. So the whole event was fun. So I got to give another round of applause for DirecTV for partnering with Millions.co and giving them the opportunity to live stream this on DirecTV. Right, Scotty, I want to give a shout out to Matt, the Whitaker brothers, founder and co-founders of Millions.co. I want to give them a great shout out. Thank you so much for putting on this show. I heavily enjoyed the show. Just going to touch on this just for a little bit. When you talk about dominance, and I spoke briefly on this 2 days ago, Danny Garcia has got to be one of the most underrated boxers we have ever seen. Go 10-0 in Brooklyn, New York, in the Barclays Center. They go 10-0 in the Barclays. That means something, right? Not to say that Gonzalez didn't have a chance, but in my opinion, when we're talking about one of the greatest, most unpredictable boxers in our current age, he's up there. And the reason why I say unpredictable is because you don't know when the swing is coming. Gonzalez didn't know when that swing was coming. I thought, okay, we're going 8 rounds, possibly 7, 8. No, he pulled it on the 4th. As soon as he dropped him, I knew it was over with. And yes, Gonzalez did suffer a broken ankle, I do believe, or a broken tip. I think it was a broken ankle, so he'll be out for some time, obviously. We wish him a speedy recovery. The brother can absolutely box. Both of these brothers, they put on a great fight. Farewell to Brooklyn for Danny Garcia. And for Danny Gonzalez, his tour is only getting started. I feel like he's been doing this for a minute now, obviously, but Gonzalez was in my opinion, nowhere near where Garcia was. And I want to see him in the top tier. I want to see Gonzalez in the top tier of boxers now. So whenever he recovers, I want to see him back in that ring because he is an entity to be scared of. He is an entity to be scared of. And speaking of things to be scared of, you can't run from the truth. You can't run from the truth. You can't run from the truth. Tyler Hayes, college football. Take this off the screen here, or my producer take this off the screen for me. Thank you. So now I'm actually intrigued to talk to you guys about this. And I have 4 truth bombs, and I'm going to list them out to you. And I want you guys to let me know down below if you think I'm capping. I'm rapping. Let me know. Georgia is still a top dog in the nation. Alabama, Saban-esque right now, and that hurts me to say. Or rap. LSU's season might be over. Let me know. Penn State's players wearing those if shirts, that has something to do with the James Franklin firing, and I feel like they can't get over it. So let me know. Were those 4 things cap? Let me know down below. And I will post these truth bombs on YouTube for a photo op, obviously. I'll post it in the description of my Instagram. I'll post it on Twitter. So let me know down below, what would it be? Would it be cap or would it be rap in your opinion? And I'm going to expound on all of these, obviously. Georgia, obviously, my top team. I want them to become one of the greatest teams to ever do this, one of the most unpredicted teams to ever do this. I want them to have that nostalgia back. And I felt that on Saturday when we beat Ole Miss. I felt that nostalgia come back for the 2022-2023 seasons when we were dominating football, okay? And we have to get back to that. And I feel like Gunnar Stockton, people overlook him because of what Carson Beck did last year for Georgia. And yes, he got hurt, came in Carson Beck's absence and won us the game against Texas. But if we look at Gunnar Stockton's numbers, it's nothing close. It's nothing short of amazing, in my opinion. I mean, yes, it's not Todd Simpson numbers. Yes, it may not be Arch Manning numbers. Yes, it may not be Lenora Snell's numbers. But when we're talking about Georgia, there's still a top dog. We're talking about Kirby Smart. He is still that dude in the SEC right now. He is still the best head coach in the SEC, in my opinion. He showed Lane Kiffin that Saturday. And I love Lane Kiffin, who I think is the second or third best coach in the SEC. Vanderbilt, they are respected, right? But I don't feel like Vanderbilt can beat our team, right? And I feel like nobody can beat us. The only team that's been able to beat us is Alabama because we're cursed. Every other team we go up against, we pretty much win in convincing fashion. It's only one loss that we normally get, and it's to them. So, what does that tell us, Georgia Bulldogs fans? That we, as Bulldog fans, need to encourage them a little bit more. Yes, they're going through a lot right now mentally. They are. Having all the outside noise about them losing because they don't have the firepower or they don't have all the five-star athletes. Think about it. From that was a small little rant. Georgia is going to make the college football playoffs. We're not worried about that. We're not worried about that. Alabama looks Saban-esque. Now, I do want to say, clip this, that Alabama, when they look Saban-esque, they don't have Saban at all. You know that. He retired. Kalen DeBoer. This pains me to say anything about Alabama good, but I can't take any credit away from Kalen DeBoer because he's been doing his job. He's been doing his job, right? And kind of expand upon what Alabama's been able to do this season. We know that they've only lost one game. We know that since that Florida State loss, they've been on a different level. Yes, I had them losing to us. I had them losing to Vandy and Mizzou, and it didn't happen. I even had them losing to Tennessee, and it didn't happen. At the end of the day, Alabama is a good team. I never said they weren't a good team. What I said was their incompetence is going to catch up with them. What I said was that Alabama's a fraud, and eventually everything is going to fall apart because the fall is still coming. The fall is coming. Trust me. Trust me when I say that. It's like the Saints, okay? Whenever I try to trust them, they can never, ever come through. I promise you. I promise you when I tell you that. So, moving on. LSU's season is go and join Penn State in Cancun, man. Just go and do it, okay? College football playoff, they ain't looking too good for you right now, especially if you lose another game. It ain't looking too good. Yes, they got the 12-team format or whatever. That don't mean nothing. You can only really lose one game, maybe two. After that, you're done, okay? Penn State, cooked. Get ready for the draft. He's injured. Yeah. Cooked. Fried chicken. Over. Fried. Like LSU is fried, okay? It's over. The only way you guys may even get to the playoffs is if you beat Alabama. Like, it's over. It's over. And I love Garrett Nussmeier. That's my guy. You know, but like, pains me to say, man, you know, it's all right, Tigers fan. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Man, Penn State, finally. I still can't get over you guys firing one of my favorite coaches of all time in college football, and James Franklin. I still can't get over that. I mean, the brother looks sick as a dog on college game day morning. I mean, he's just sitting there looking depressed. But he did say he wants to win college football national championship. Where? somewhere else. He said that he's going to go win. He said the dream has not changed. He said we're going to go win a college football national championship somewhere else now. It's just not going to be at Penn State. So if he wins a championship somewhere else, that's going to look so like yo, Penn State. He wasn't the issue. Y'all were the issue. That's how it's going to look. Like he wasn't the issue. Y'all were the issue. So what does that bring me to my conclusion about my truth bombs? If you are going to bet or just enjoy the chaos, week 8 might have been more about who falls than who flies. I'm going to say it again. If you're going to bet or just enjoy the chaos, week 8 might have been about more might have been more about who falls than who flies. Okay, Alabama, it's coming. The fall is coming. You fly right now, but the fall is coming. Ole Miss, I love you, but I don't think you're quite ready yet. You know, and I love your quarterback. I do. I love your quarterback. We know Ohio State gonna be flying. They good. They're making the playoffs. They may, you know, especially now if they don't lose to Michigan, you know they might go back to back. If they beat Michigan, they ain't going back to back. But if they lose to Michigan, they're going back to back. That's always how it works. But it's all right though. It's okay. In closing, a quick recap. Obviously, I want to expound more on everything that I did, and I will be doing that in a later video. The call to action today is stay locked for the live tag-in on Millions tonight. There's something brilliant coming on Millions tonight, so watch millions.co, the website, or you can come on their Instagram. They might be going live as well. Subscribe, follow, and yes, there will be no post-game show football because I do have some other things I have to catch up on tomorrow morning. But I will say, on the next show that we have, which is Wednesday morning, I will be revising a lot of things. I will be recapping Monday Night Football. I will be recapping everything else that happens in the sports world, NHL, and I will be previewing Thursday Night Football as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Once again, subscribe. Thank you for watching this live stream. Subscribe and follow my Instagram, both my Instagram accounts, my Twitter. Subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe to on Millions as well, millions.co. That's the website. So Millions, a dot, and then CO. That's their website. Go look me up underneath creators, Tyler A. Gates. You can subscribe and follow me on there as well. Read my about. And hey, we are on the road, guys. We are on the road. Once again, I am Tyler A. Gates, your analyst. Tag lot 2050 Millions. Everybody continue to stay live.